This is here if you need it. Today is Friday for me, whatever it is, to wherever you are. And I can't even begin. I past couple weeks have been beautiful. And they've been beautiful in this way of just the unexpected. And it's making me throughout this want to talk about what are the limitations and barriers we set up in our own mind, and what possibilities do we kind of confine ourselves to, you know? What possibilities do we feel like we're worthy of? I think that for me personally, what I'm experiencing right now is like outside of the realm of what I thought was possible. And I think because of that, it's urging me to communicate to people, what's your relationship with possibility? Because if we believe that we are truly limitless, infinite beings, it's all possible. All of it. And I know, much like maybe you know, that even in your daydreams, even in your musings of life and your wishing stages or whatever, they're still confined to some level of what you deem as likely or even realistic. And it's just begging, like, my spirit has just been begging me to illustrate to people that is not the case. Infinite means infinite, you know? Possibility is just another word for the all in general. What are the limits you're placing on your potential and your possibility? What I've begun to do in meditations is really try to test my limits of what I feel like I am worthy of, what I feel like is even scientifically accessible to me, you know? Like, all of these things. And to be completely real, like, where your imagination stops is like, that's entirely self-imposed. We do this work and we talk about the I am and the God spark and the infinite intelligence and connection that we all are together as one source operating on this frequency. And like, for me right now, the name of the game is identifying my limits. I want to see how good life can get, you know? I want to see. I don't want to limit myself and believe that there is a wall, that there is a ceiling to all of this. And you absolutely should not either. Absolutely should not either. And so, with that, I think that births a new mantra for a new week, for a new time, just for a new season, for hope, for me and hopefully you as well. But I've been saying I want to see how good life can get. That is what I keep reaffirming to myself right now, as a way to put the onus on, like, not closing it, because it doesn't have to even spur from negativity, like, oh, I can't have that, or no, that's, I would never be able to do that. It's just genuinely being like, you don't know what today brings. You don't know what tomorrow brings. Your entire life could shift like that. Truly. Truly. And come on, plane. There you go. Truly. It truly can. And I think in order to start accessing that, it starts with a reminder. It starts with affirming that, affirming the infinite. I want to see how good life can get. I want to see how good life can get. Show me how good life can be, you know? And those limitations, those walls, those those self-imposed setbacks, like all of those things are those are your bumpers. Those are your lanes. Those are what you set up. There's nobody anywhere who is doing that for you. You know? They call it infinite intelligence for a reason. So, you know, this is something I've been urging myself through, and I just want to relay this to anyone it resonates with. But like, I want to see how good your life can get. I want to see how good my life can get. I want to affirm and call in things that are they're out of the scope of my mind, you know? And when you live in that potential, there's a bubbling, there is an enthusiasm, there's an excitement that comes with it that says like, man, you know, I don't have to plot or strategize or think about it. Life surprises me every day, you know? And so for me, for you, for anybody this morning, just take that in, use that as a way to test where your own limits lie, whether it be in your own meditations or your own thoughts. Find out the walls you have to your own potential and expand them a little more day by day. Because one thing I know for sure, is that openness creates enthusiasm, and that enthusiasm creates momentum, and that momentum oscillates and builds life, right? So that's really all I got today, but it's a big one, and it's something that I'm currently living in and feeling mightily. I wish you guys the best day. I wish you guys that clarity, that enthusiasm, and that excitement as well. It's a beautiful opportunity we have. And as always, this is here if you need it.